And the Pacers start off with the ball. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. They've got Artest. Daniels out there with O'Neal. Then it's George, and it's Halliburton in at the 1.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like a Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. I caught up with the Pelicans head coach. The first thing coach brought up, how to deal with Tyrese Halliburton. He said to me, Tyrese is who makes their offense tick. He doesn't just run the show, he is the show. With Hallie, you have to make him uncomfortable. You have to switch up the coverages. It's never easy facing off with Tyrese Halliburton. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie.
Oh, scrappy play from West on that backboard, making sure he gets the ball for that second chance look.
Boy, I like how quickly he threw the bounce pass there. Hard to defend against that.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. From downtown, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I think because Halliburton can knock down that three with regularity, you've got to defend him closely at all times.
Paul with a wide open look. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Halliburton. Pass to George. A kick out to O'Neal. Clock at 6. Outside Artest. Fires top of the key. The rebound by Brandon Ingram.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Here's Davis. And he can't bank that one in. Oh, wow, my goodness.
Man.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. Now here is Davis. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Ingram. Back to Davis. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Pacers leading by 7. A kick out to O'Neal. And the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
What a nasty finish that was. O'Neal playing with a little attitude right now.
Halliburton against Ball. Over Halliburton. Ball no good. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Ingram with the steal. West right side. Halliburton with the steal. George with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Outside for Halliburton. Second chance effort. Here's Daniels. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Davis.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Good.
I like to see Davis shoot it from there. Very effective in the mid-range.
And it's Indiana's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Outside for Halliburton. Back to O'Neal. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Ball. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Artest. Trains the three-pointer. Artest's got 5 points so far.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Outside for Artest. Buries it from three-point range. Artest's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Hey, you don't often see the quick release from Artest, but that time he showed it to you.
Ball with the bucket.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Halliburton against Ball in the corner. Daniels. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. That'll be a 5-second call. Ball fires from way out.
Count it.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Indiana out in front, up by 10. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Indiana?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far, they are hitting at a high clip.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
On the court for Indiana, Paul George is out there with Halliburton. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Artest, and it's Daniels in at the 5 down low. West a screen on Artest. To the middle. And the stuff by West.
Putting his agility to great use on that jam. West can just pop off the floor.
Outside for Artest. A three-pointer, no good. Pelicans trail by 10. And stolen by Daniels. The finish, and he dunks it down.
Going upstairs, Mr. Artest. Yes, sir.
So it's the Pelicans now. Down low, here's West, and the stuff by West.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous. Trust him and expect him to make those mid-range jumpers, especially against loose defense like that.
Really left alone that time. George has got his second basket of the night.
Smooth and consistent. That's how I describe George's three-point shooting.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Daniels, no good. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 11. To the paint. Here's West. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. West has got 8.
In the paint, West has a great mix of size and flexibility, so he has multiple ways to get around the defense.
Ball's knocked loose. And it's Ron Artest with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Here's Ball. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And, you know, even when the defense is right up into Ball, he still finds a way to use his size to get up over him, and that takes concentration.
Halliburton kicks to Daniels. It's George on the wing.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Here's Davis. It's rebounded by Indiana. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Ball. It's rebounded by Indiana. O'Neal's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And George, here we go.
Great speed displayed by George on his way to the bucket. Devastating to the defense with those dunking skills of his.
Ball kicks to Davis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Pelicans shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
He's about as calm as you can be at the strike.
Ring shot on the way. And again, it's Indiana.
Well, that's a smooth-looking jumper by Paul George. I mean, he's one of the more gifted scorers in the league, and there's no place on the floor where he can't hurt you.
Here's Ball with the 3. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Artest kicks to George. And George with the stuff.
There is no slowing down Paul George. A volcanic eruption from PG tonight.
Davis setting the pick for Ball. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Artest with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. Daniels. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Ron Artest, a willing passer, does a good job that time of surveying the floor and making the right play.
Shot from 16. That's in. And the Pacer lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Ball. 12 seconds left to play in the first half. Halliburton looking around. There's O'Neal with the 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Indiana. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We come back right after this.
For the fan at court shot, Drumline. All right, they're measuring up the shot.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
West is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then it's Ball. And it's Davis in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
The mid-range, no problem for PG. He's really improved as a shooter.
They get it again. The kick out to Ball. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Drills the 3-pointer. O'Neal's got 9 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just manning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Outside for Halliburton. Outside, O'Neal. Shot clock at 6.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Driving the lane, a beautiful reverse layup. Ball's got 20.
And I tell you what, Ball has excellent speed. He's got good size, and his savvy shows up right there because he's cutting right into the heart of the defense at just the right time.
O'Neal passes to Artest. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. He's got 15.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Outside for George. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
That last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
There's Ball with the three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Daniels has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's our test. And another three for Indiana.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc. He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
George finds O'Neal. Trains it from beyond the arc. O'Neal's got 8 points here in this quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, you know, it's a quirky release. There's no denying that. But he's a reliable shooter and scorer from the perimeter. Lonzo Ball making it happen.
Outside for Halliburton. Pass to Artest. Oh!
Goodness. Mercy, mercy me.
He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Halliburton with the bucket.
Talk about confidence. Halliburton oozing with it. No hesitation off the catch and shoot there.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Ball with the bucket. Indiana leading by 16. Stolen by Ball. And even 3-on-3 break. Fires the three. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got 3 assists now in this one.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition three there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
And so it's Indiana. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Real good. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. Artest is out there with Jermaine O'Neal. Then it's Halliburton. Then it's Daniels. And it's George in at the 2 spot.
6'11", skilled, athletic. When Jermaine O'Neal puts it all together, we are going to see some monster games.
Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut down to 13. Good bucket there from Ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Halliburton. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ball fires from way outside. The offensive rebound. Davis on the follow.
What determination on the boards. His work ethic really standing out right there. Well done by Davis.
Tipped away. It's stolen by West. Ingram wide open. Another one falls for New Orleans.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Buries the long-range jumper.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Pelicans.
And George, here we go. Daniels dishes to Artest. There's what a play! Woo!
Artest driving to the rack with purpose. A nice combination of hustle and muscle.
Knocks down the 3. Pacers leading by 7. Outside George. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. 6 to shoot. Fires from 18. Davis pulls it down.
Surprising to see that he had so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised too.
Ball fired. The putback saves him with the putback.
And in these big moments, you want guys like David West on your side. This man is fearless.
Artest against Davis. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Outside ball. And down goes the three.
Oh, I love that about Lonzo Ball. When it's a big possession, he demands and commands the ball.
The response triple. Answers back.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
Hey, guys, that shot changes the game. I mean, extending their lead and providing them a little more cushion, that's a double-edged sword there.
Outside O'Neal. Artest against Ingram.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
Oh, that was a two-hander.
For Artest, it's about finding his rhythm, and when he does, he's most effective.
Ball off target from outside.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Halliburton against Ball. Outside O'Neal. It's stolen by West. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. Now Halliburton. George. And the layup is off.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Davis with a screen on O'Neal. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. It's in. Now, here is Halliburton. George looking over the floor. Jacks up a three. Three. Good.
For three.
So it's Indiana picking up the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win.